Welcome to the BudsnReality show. I'm Sean Collins, the guy with a lot to say. And guess who's back? Bubba the Mouth. The boys are back and we're looking for trouble. What is good, my dude? It's been like a fucking month, brother.
It's been forever, man. You look beautiful.
Oh, you look just as beautiful, brother. It's been a minute, but you got a big family and stuff, and the holidays came. So, you went and did your thing for a minute. I hope you had a good holiday and New Year and all that good stuff.
It was a blur. I don't remember any of it.
That's kind of how I feel about the holidays in general, but
Yeah.
here we are. But dude, lots and lots of things have happened since we have last been together, my friend. And let's
Yes.
dig into something real quick just to get this show started. And we're going to start with the Republicans finally choose a Speaker of the House, but can't
I
believe
was, I was I was hoping to like spring training by the time they would pick somebody by then.
the amazing thing about that was, and the people that were throwing a fit about it didn't really realize how awesome that really was. Because as long as there's no speaker, they can't fucking spend any money.
That's
It,
how I was seeing it too.
it
Yeah.
was a great scenario to be in. I mean, I wasn't mad at all. I'm like, take your time, Republicans, take all the time you want with this stuff.
But the rebuttal was, oh, but you guys are wasting money going all the time. I'm like, that's the point, bro. You know how many times in the past the Democrats sat on the ground and didn't agree with Republicans? So let it ride, bro. It was beautiful.
But it was kind of funny to watch Republicans not agree with Republicans. I mean, that was
Dude, there was a tussle in there with Matt Gaetz.
he's not my favorite person in the world, Matt,
I
but
don't like him one bit. I'm not
he's
gonna
he's
lie.
really a douchebag, and he took a bunch of PPP money that and whatever. I don't want to get into all that right now. The funny thing is, after all that, they go on and they choose to elect as speaker Klaus Schwab. Oh, I mean the communist WEF poll writer Kevin McCarthy. Oh my God,
Yes.
they run with this dude anyways. After all that, bickering and back and forth, they run with this commie who is a WEF poll writer, Kevin McCarthy. I don't understand it. In my personal opinion, anybody involved with WEF should be charged with treason in the highest regard, period. If you're a politician and involved with them, you belong in prison forever, because that is
Pretty
some
much.
serious commie bullshit. But the funny thing is, and I want you to tell the people, what was the very first bill that they claimed to want to put out there?
Oh, the first bill was to take that money back that they're going to be spending on how many IRS agents?
87,000.
87,000. Now, I was happy about hearing that. And then I was disgusted to hear so many people were pissed off about that idea because I'm like, hey, you're celebrating, you want your money taken away. Good job. And then they're like, no, it's for IT people and all that. I'm like, you know what? The new gun is the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really pissed off to see so many people wanting that. Remember, we fought a whole country just on pennies on tea. So what's half your wallet at this point?
Right, exactly. And here we are just taking it up the ass, every year when it comes to taxes, and they want to fund 87,000 more IRS agents, to come after people like us, not billionaires. Trust me, they're not going after those people. They will never go after their friends. That's not how that works.
No, they'll never go after the Rothschilds or the Trumps or anything
The
like that.
Rockefellers.
No,
I
they're
mean, they're
not.
trying to get Trump right now. They won't. But the funny thing is now they say they're going to go and shut this, money down that's going to go for these 87,000 IRS agents. And they're also claiming that they want to write up a bill that will abolish the IRS and abolish income tax. Well,
Yeah, we would love that. That's not happening.
let's
We're real.
clap for that.
I'm a realist. That's not going to happen.
Well, the funny thing is they can throw all this stuff out on the table that they want, but the
It's going to get smacked
Democrat-led
down.
Senate is going to smack it down every time. So, like, they can do this dog and pony show all they want. It's
It
not going to
happens.
get done.
It
It's
happens all
nothing
the
will get
time.
done.
It
That
happens all the time. How many times did a Republican Senate smack shit down recently? Oh yeah, it just happened before everything got swapped.
well,
So
well,
all it is a card shuffle.
here's the thing: the Republicans have had total control multiple times within the past 20 years, right?
Yeah. Nothing good came of it.
They never abolished the IRS. They
No.
never, they never abolished the income tax. Why didn't
It's
they
like,
do that when they
why
had
not?
complete control and could have wrote it up and got it done? This is nothing but gaslighting, really.
Yeah.
In theory, and the Senate's going to smack it down every time. And now for the next 2 years, nothing will get done. Nothing's going to get done over the next 2 years.
You mean that stuff's going to happen again? Shocker.
Yeah, I know. Go figure. Government's so great, And so, I mean, that being
I'm
said,
just in the middle, throwing middle fingers to the left and the right. What can I say, folks? I'm right here. It's no longer a political bird, left wing, right wing. It's a snake and it's eating its own tail.
and they're trying to eat us. I mean, it's crazy, man. It is.
Yeah.
This is absurd that what we're seeing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't fall for it. I mean, these Republicans and Democrats are going to do the same shit over and over again, and nothing's going to change, except it's always going to cost us more money, more liberty, and more blood. That's what it's going to cost us. And that doesn't sound good to anybody, I'm sure.
And the sad thing, it's nobody really does their own research anymore, because if they said they did the research, that means they went on TikTok and Google and they barely looked at 5 videos rather than actually read shit. And then also you have a biased media. Yes, I'm sorry, folks. Our media is biased. We might as well be China with the one network, or
Seriously.
Canada with the one network. You're never going to hear the truth. You're only going to see results of, oh, I should have did this instead of that. That's where we're cutting it down to, and we keep voting in the same people.
Well, I mean, that's a perfect segue into the next thing I want to bring up, because, now that you said the one-sided media, let's talk about how President Biden ends up getting busted with some classified documents, and it's been kind of crickets in the media. There was no FBI involvement or FBI raid. They did go get the documents. They have them under their, lock and key now. He doesn't have them anymore. But
these are documents from back when he was a vice president.
Yes, and it has stuff about Ukraine in there.
Oh, of course, we knew that.
From what they're saying, that's all hearsay. But there are things in those documents about Ukraine which could probably tell us a lot about what's going on right now at this very moment over there. It's probably a reason why he was keeping them. A lot of people might say, it's different than Trump because he wasn't trying to block the people from getting them or whatever, stop them from getting them. Yeah. Look, he had documents he wasn't supposed to have, just like Donald Trump. Why isn't he getting the same treatment is all I want to know. I don't care
what it doesn't fit the narrative.
It doesn't fit the narrative. And that just goes to show, whose side the media is really on.
Not yours.
No, it's definitely not on ours. All they're going to do
is for the leftists watching, not Fox.
No,
that's the only rebuttal they got, really.
Fox is just as bad as CNN, dude.
The thing is Fox actually reports actual news. They don't fabricate real stories. They'll misinformation left and right, but they won't make up shit. They'll regurgitate other shit. That's my only difference with it. So, but like you said, there's some Ukraine stuff in there. We already know. So just remember this, folks. The FBI does not work for the White House. The White House works for the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
there's other puppets pulling those strings.
Well, we all know that the FBI is nothing but a bunch of goons for the government anyway. What the 3-letter acronym is.
By no means, I'm not trying to pull one way or the other. Last administration, same stuff. They're just all puppets for a higher whoever's pulling the strings.
Well, absolutely. That's government in the nutshell, not just the 3-letter acronyms or the ABCs or whatever you want to call them. If you're part of the government, there is people that are pulling the strings that are higher up, whether it be the military industrial complex, whether it be the oil companies, whether it be big pharma, whether it be the large corporations. Those are the people who are really running the show, the Klaus Schwabs of the world, the
Yeah.
Bill Gates of the world, all those people.
I just want to know what's really going on because we have Ukraine soldiers training in Oklahoma.
Really? I have not heard that yet. Please.
Yeah, they're doing rocket launching what do you call it? Field problems.
Oh, interesting.
So
I've not seen, where'd you see that? I haven't seen that nowhere.
I have gotten that from Twitter when I was scrolling on one of my sources that I follow.
Right on.
Sorry, folks. No notes in front of me right now. I'm kind of winging it because I missed y'all. I want to see. Well, I want you to see my face. Fuck it.
Well, no, it is hard to keep up on like
I
sources.
will. I will repost the source on Twitter later today. Just keep following me, folks.
Well, no, it's just hard. It's hard to keep up because people like you and I read so much shit, and it's not like I'm down here with
And the turnover is real quick with it too. Like it's gone in the blink of an eye. Some other dumb stuff happened. Yeah.
Well, it's dumb
So,
stuff. It doesn't ever stop, But it's quite interesting to see the things pan out the way they're panning out and things shifting the way they're shifting, and the bullshit after bullshit after bullshit every single day, that the government and media come up with, but there's something else that we got to talk about. And actually, let me light this joint really quick before we get into it, because this is going to
that's
get
cool because I'm actually going to go back to Twitter. It's so nice to catch all like the stuff that I'm used to watching on, YouTube and everything. But I'm like my Twitter feed is flooded with it, and so is YouTube right now. So lately, when I'm on YouTube, I've been just exploring awesome stuff. Like you have like actual shows where you have two sides of different opinions sitting down and talking and discussing, and it's like great. It's called like one's from Jubilee or something like that. They'll grab liberal parents versus conservative children, and they'll sit there. They'll obviously be teens, not like little kids, children, but they'll sit there and actually have discussions about stuff. I love that. I love
right.
two polar opposite people coming together, not wanting to fight, not wanting to kick, not wanting to spit in their faces,
And
and
just have
actually have a
conversations.
discussion. That is the hardest thing to do, especially now, man. Nobody wants to have a conversation. They want to fight.
It'd be real nice if the people in DC could do that. You know what I mean?
Everybody's got to have the aha moment, the last say,
Yep.
the one up. Everybody's got to have it today. I'm like, why, dude? This is why we can't move on in life. Folks, in case you can't tell today, I've toned my stuff down because I got exhausted over this stuff. It's like not even worth my energy, really. I got so many other things going on in this world that I'd rather put my energy towards. But I love doing the show here with Sean.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I had to tune out for a little while too. And I might have been getting a little bit, more in the media recently, and I'm going to cut that shit out because it's getting to be too much again. But now that I got a couple,
chases,
now that I got a couple hits of this joint in me, I want to bring up something that's going to be pretty touchy to a lot of people.
By the way, what's the strain of the day you're there?
Oh, something about Banana Blast or something like that.
Well, you know what?
Hybrid.
Have a blast.
Yeah, have a blast, but here I am. I need to hit this weed a little bit because I need to collect my thoughts, because what we're about to talk about, it's going to be really touchy, and I don't want to say the wrong things, but I do want to bring attention to it. And it's about the elephant in the room that's died suddenly.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of y'all that listen to the show are vaxxed, and that's your personal choice, and I respect your choice. But there's things happening, and they're happening on live TV now where people are dropping like flies of cardiac arrest.
That football player in Buffalo,
Damar Hamlin,
routine hit. Now they've said, well, they got him at the right place, right time. And I know freak accidents happen because when I played college lacrosse, a guy took a lacrosse ball to the chest and he died. So, you can get hit in the right spot in the chest. And, if that rhythm and that hard hit at the exact same time, you can die. But it was the following series of events that occurred after that incident. College basketball player from Old Dominion, just kind of folded like a chair, grabbing his chest.
People are falling out
Last
on live TV.
on live TV last night, Air Force Academy lost a young man, age 21. He played offensive line for their football team. They had to do the exact same thing to him, but he died. I found that out last night. That's tragic. So many things are going on. You saw that video I sent you of the Canadian reporter. She, out of the blue, had a seizure.
Was it seizure or stroke? It looked like she was starting to maybe stroke.
They said that she had a stroke, but you just don't have these things out of left field, folks.
So I'm going to put some stats out there real quick before we talk anymore. Since January of 2021, 1,598 cardiac arrests have happened. 69% of those were fatal.
What was the age group of these people?
Young, like under 40.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Pretty young.
Also, 30%, or I'm sorry, cardiac arrests in young people in general that have caused death is up 30% since January of 2021. Now, I'm not going to come out and say directly that this is the vax fault, but it's something to think about and really pay attention to. A lot of you guys are my friends. I love you very much. You know, a lot of the, I love all our listeners. Really, this is why we do this, is for you guys, but I want to put some awareness out there. If you maybe if you've had that shot, maybe you should start going to see a cardiologist and having your heart checked out and make sure you're not getting blood clots and such things like that. It's really, I believe this is very serious and it's very sad. I'm not going to run around and be like, haha, I told you so. That's not what I'm trying to do.
No, we have too many loved ones that
I have people in my life
this medical procedure.
Yes.
My cousin, he took it because of his mom. My cousin's my brother, dude. We grew up.
Yep.
I told him, dude, the second you get a chest pain, dude, you go straight to the damn hospital, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, when's enough? When did we start calling a spade a spade?
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at, but a lot of people, whether they want to believe it or not, I don't know. And I'm not going to just come out and say like, this is the vax fault, but I mean, a lot of things lean towards that. And as you listeners and as friends and and family that have this shot, I would really, really like you guys to start seeing people about your heart and stuff about, circulation in your blood and doctors about that. I don't know if that's all cardiologists or not.
No,
but
if you folks
I don't want to see anybody die.
If you folks have Roku on your smart TVs at home, search up this app for it. It's called Burrow, as in BURROW.
Like Joe Burr?
Kind of, yeah, pretty much. That's my dude, by the way. We'll talk about him when we get to football.
Yeah.
But the logo is literally a bunny rabbit. The color's purple. I believe there's a silhouette of a carrot too. Now it's a very interesting channel. Like I bet your listeners think I'm crazy, thinking I'm a right guy and everything. This is like some weird conspiracy stuff. However, they have a plethora of vaccine videos. And a lot of it, they're talking about blood clots. It makes me worried for a lot of people. And I really hope that it's wrong, that like it's not happening. But there's a bunch of embalmers that had issues embalming bodies because of blood clots.
Wow.
Like I said, if you guys want to download the app, I mean, there's a whole wide variety of things you can look at. I believe, Sean, I sent you a picture or a link.
You sent me a link and all that. I got to get that all figured out on my, I'm a tech tard. My wife's going to have to do that.
Yeah, I know. I sent you the link of that movie. These are all movies like folks, there are things out there that are being censored by the media. Like there's a movie called Run, Hide, Fight that was made by the Daily Wire. Now it has actual Hollywood people in it, but they were all silenced because it has to deal with, you know, school shootings and somebody taking charge, which was a young lady whose dad was a war vet and taught her how to survive. Apparently, that's ill thought about. Mind you, the movie came out well before the what was the shooting down in Florida? The Douglas shooting,
Oh, I can't remember what they were calling that, but
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting.
I
Okay,
remember
the movie came out way before that, and then people kept on saying, "No, this needs to be banned." The media has banned and censored the right. That's all they've done is censor the right. So this app allows you to view willingly what you want to watch. So you don't live in an echo chamber. You can actually watch stuff. Now, like I said, my opinion, just by scrolling at it, I'm saying this is some wild stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at it, and then I want to see some resources because I'm not gonna just watch bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if you have the smart TVs at home or with Roku, download the Burrow app and then go ahead, check it out.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'll check that out as well as soon as she figures all that out. We got one of them Fire Stick things or whatever. I don't know what the fuck.
Well, yeah, you got Fire Stick. This is actually off of Roku, like the actual Roku.
Oh, they're not the same thing?
I don't know. I got a Fire Stick 2 upstairs. Just got a brand new TV for the holidays. It was my family gift. Got like a nice big old TV, and it's loud. Wow, it's much louder than the old ones. Like, I think I'm old. Turn it down. But I think you can download the Roku app on the Fire Stick, and then you can just go in there and then download that. So, just food for thought. I'm not telling you to think one way or the other, but don't stay in one area where you keep on hearing the same answer over and over and over again. Because hearing or doing the same thing over and over again without change, isn't that the definition of
insanity?
Insanity.
Laughing for that one. I like it. Well played, sir. Well played.
And calm about it too. Like I'm not over the top.
I know. That's why I had to hit that weed a little bit when we went to go talk about the elephant in the room. I didn't want to
all the stuff that's coming out with vaccines. Like sometimes I wish it would just not pop up anymore, even in mainstream. I'm like, I don't want to hear it because it's disheartening to see so many people who took something because they thought it was good for them.
They were told it was good for them. These people lied to us. There's videos and they'll try to knock it down all they want, but there's literally videos out there of the president saying, if you get this shot, you won't get it no more and you won't be able to transmit it. The CDC was saying the same thing.
They were get the shot. You don't have to mask up. You don't have to social distance. That was a lie. Get the shot so we can open everything up. That was a lie. Yeah, we should definitely be looking into things.
Oh, by the way, if you haven't read the Pfizer clinical docs yet, you probably should, because I believe in there it says about 1,200 people died during the clinical trials of the vaccine. You guys,
folks, we are the study group, just to let you know. The first round of shots was the study group.
I mean, this was, we were lab rats is what it is. And I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I just want the people who listen to this show and my friends and family that I love very much, that did get it, to just please start seeing doctors about your heart and blood clots and stuff like that, because I believe this is very serious. And I'm getting
like a major thing is like people would get COVID and then they would finally get the COVID shot after not waiting a certain amount of time. And that was actually detrimental to their health right there.
Well, dude, I know a guy, his dad was in his 90s, got the Rona, as he had the Rona, went and got the shot and he died. I know somebody that happened to, but I mean, the guy was 90 something years old.
Yeah, no, it's like it's kind of like that saying of like, I'm so glad I got the shot because when I got COVID, it could have been worse and put me in the hospital. That is something you cannot prove. You really can't prove it. I've had it, folks, 4 times now. Four. My worst
You're not
time.
a small dude. You are considered,
Oh, I'm a fat fuck. I should have been dead.
you have one of them
But
comorbidities, or whatever for being overweight and whatnot.
but for a big guy, I work daily. I lift everything daily, and then I go to the gym and lift. So I'm like big athletic. I barely smoke. I mean, little reefer here and there. Uh, and also, folks, yeah, I also drink whiskey when I can have a nightcap here and there. I'm far from the which should I'm not the poster child of health. I'm trying to say, but according to mass media, I should have been dead many times.
Right.
Like I said, the worst time I had it was the second time around because it felt like I was in a car accident. After actually, I was in a car accident months before that, but it felt just like that in my ribs. I was like, oh God, I'm achy. But I got over with like 2 days. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I only had it the
but
one
more
time.
important, if you have questions about COVID or anything, consult your doctor. Don't go to the internet. You're gonna
Yeah.
die in like a day if you WebMD this shit.
Yeah. And I mean, really, let's be honest here. And after having Sam on the show a few shows back, like the best thing you can do for your health is nutrition,
I
period.
also do this, folks. Yeah,
Oh, you're a vapor. Look at you.
I don't. I didn't want to smell like cigarettes, so I picked this up. A little stressed out. I promise this is my last one, but
But you know what
I'm
I'm
far
saying?
from
Like
healthy.
the
Hmm?
best you can do, your best vaccines are in the pharmacy, the actual farm, the pharmacy, dude.
Yeah,
Like
it's in your
fruits,
garden.
vegetables. I mean, the things you put in your body are a lot of them are antidotes for illnesses and sicknesses and cancers. I mean, a lot of this just if you just eat right and put good things into your body. I mean, I'm on this big like take care of myself kick because of my little health scare,
Well,
back
we
at.
support you for it.
And so, I am going to be a big advocate for nutrition, for eating better. Like, I'm not going to say don't eat pizza and shit like that. We all love that stuff, but put
Well,
good
yeah,
things in your body too.
you're supposed to enjoy it, not live off of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Have pizza once every couple weeks or whatever.
Like one
What I mean?
remedy I came across was onion water. Thought it was crazy. But apparently if you put like chop up onion, like a whole onion, chop it up and just put it in a big mason jar of water, leave it in your fridge, it has health benefits. It's freaking crazy. It helps with colds. It helps with sinus infections. Same thing with garlic and honey. That's the one thing I told you that I'm doing. I'm fermenting garlic in a
That's
honey
awesome.
jar.
We do honey every day here, raw honey. Yeah.
Dude, it's
Goes in the coffee and just in the spoonful, along with
you'll
some
be proud of me on
cinnamon.
this one. I've been watching my coffee intake. I've been only doing 1 cup a day. It's at
Okay.
work. And then after that, I drink a gallon of water a day
Nice.
throughout the day. Not in one sitting because you'd be pissing out your ears.
Good. Good, man.
But yeah, like it's okay to take care of yourselves, but it's also okay to enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I'm not saying like just go
your
only
medicine's
eat
in the
things that
garden.
are right, but you got to put good things into your body and your body will appreciate that and you won't get sick as much. I
Yeah.
mean, literally, you can go to the store or go to a farm, buy your shit from a farmer. That's the way to do it. Fuck all these big box stores and shit. Why give them your money? You
The
know?
best part's the summertime when you have the side of farmers, they're selling like produce and everything on the side of the road,
Yep.
especially out where I used to live in Commerce in the Milford area. Oh my God, $5 would get you a bushel of tomatoes, potatoes, and everything else you want.
That's right. That's right. Not to mention you should be growing your own gardens and shit anyways, y'all. Like, why even have to rely on the markets? Rely on yourself as much as possible,
Well,
especially with
not
the
these
way things.
prices. Woo.
I know, especially dude, like a dozen eggs is $8. Come on, guys.
I told you about when I went to go get. I buy eggs at 5 dozen at a time, 60 eggs.
right?
before Christmas, it cost $8.90 for 5 dozen eggs. I was like, about a couple days after the new year, bro, they were at $22.40 for 5 dozen. I was just like, bro, I can't do this. And
And
eggs is a huge source of food and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I saw some
Like,
bullshit on the news about how they're blaming it on the bird flu and blah blah blah. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You know,
well, don't you remember when farmers were told to destroy crops and everything? Otherwise, they would have heavy liens and everything else be taken away from them. That was like a year and a half ago that I was reporting it. No, hey, it's happening now.
I mean, just right
And
now,
hell, the Biden administration wants us to get rid of gas for their stoves.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Look, man, this is how you know the government is way too big, is when they're trying to say things or try to pass things that can tell you how you can cook for your family or not. Stop this nonsense right fucking now. That is so ridiculous.
I already told my wife if that happens, I'm getting a couple Traegers, I'm getting a couple Blackstones. We will cook outside entirely with charcoal and a couple propane tanks because, yeah, I'll have a stockpile.
Oh, dude, like, where do they even get off thinking that they can control how we fucking cook our food?
Do you want to know why?
What the
Because
fuck? You know what I mean?
this is the main reason why. Because by you turning on your oven and stove in the house, you are putting toxins into the air and it's causing asthma to children.
Okay.
Thank you, AOC. Appreciated that one. That
Like,
was a hefty read.
I found a funny meme and I put it up on fucking Twitter and everybody's loving it right now. And it's a picture of these dudes all like vested up like they're fucking cops or whatever and standing around a stove. And it says like gas stove unit. I just put it up on Twitter earlier. And I tagged Spike Cohen on there and I was like, without government, who's going to stop you from cooking for your family? Like, come on, like seriously, you know the government's too big when that's going down. That's absurd. It's crazy. You know, come and get my gas stove, motherfucker. How about that? If you think you're gonna get my shit, come and get it. I got something for you.
It's okay to fight the government of but not wanting to have control of your body, whether it be abortion or vaccine. But we can't have gas to cook with. That's some big bullshit right there.
It's so ridiculous. I hate these people. You know, the shit they come up with, and it's always something, and it's always something so ridiculous like that too. I mean, what was
I want to talk to you about something. You know how we always talk about like an anarchy commune, like how we all should be. If we were to stop, drop, and go straight to that, how many people would try to do what the government's doing to us now? That's a good riddle right there for you. Like, how many people would want to try to police the commune instead of, hey, do you? Don't worry about it. I think so many people would try to make change inside of anarchy these days.
The funny thing is about people who are like anti-anarchy or anti-libertarian is, they'll say, well, the people with a lot of money and a lot of weapons will just take over the people who don't have a lot of money and a lot of weapons. And I'm like,
highly doubted.
Wait a minute, isn't that what's happening now at this very moment?
You, sir, get a bravo on that. That was
like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like that argument is
exactly
no
void
because that is happening right now. You want to know how I know anarchy or libertarianism would work? Do you really want to know why I know it would work? Is because 99% of the people of the world go about their day not hurting anybody or taking their stuff. They're not robbing, they're not raping, they're not pillaging, they're not doing anything of the sort. They are going to work, providing for their family, and going home. Now, all that crazy shit you see on the TV and people shooting shit up and blowing shit up and school shootings and all that, that accounts for about 1% of the population. So that being said, you're telling me that 99% of the population can't control the 1% of the population that's going out and doing that dumb shit? Give me a break. The whole anti-anarchist, anti-libertarian argument stops right the fuck there, in my opinion.
And there's so many times where I have to describe anarchy to everybody because they all think it's buildings burning and everything falling down. I'm like, no, 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 that's not what it is. It's free reign, but at peace. There's nobody to hold you down.
You know, it was like another buddy a couple weeks ago, and I tweeted about this. He's like, we couldn't have anarchy because warlords would take over. Like, same thing. Right now, warlords have everything. It's all a murder cult, dude. The murder cult runs this country. They run all other countries. You know,
I
what do you
need to
think?
tell
What do you
you,
think this is right now?
even though that we're a republic, because of our military, we run our country like a kingdom.
Well, yeah, because they just go and take everything from other people. They send our military
Because
and
we
they
have the US has to command the Pacific Ocean. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like the
that's
biggest
all
way.
the trade shit. That's all the ships and
That's
shit.
the biggest. It's exactly. Command fleet is in the Pacific. I mean, think about it. We're not, folks. I'm going to break some news to you. We're not the good guys. We're not.
Nope. All that shit. Think about all the shit we were taught in school. Like forget the whole Christopher Columbus and the Thanksgiving thing. You know, that's all bullshit. But think about how in American history that you learned in school, America was always the good guy. Always.
We were
We
always the good
always
guys.
say we're the
World,
best.
yeah. I
We
mean,
were
don't get me
always
wrong.
the
World
good
War
guys.
II, everybody came together to take out Hitler and all that stuff. Yep, that was a good thing. After that, it's been shit.
You know, the last war that we ever fought over, you know, liberty or freedom was World War II. Seriously.
After that,
All
we
the
were the
rest of it
fleas of the
were
world.
war for profit, war for the military industrial complex. You
I mean,
know,
the
it's
biggest
crazy.
hiccup was Vietnam.
Vietnam was a shit show. Iraq was a modern day Vietnam. The Iraq, Afghanistan, that was a modern day Vietnam. You
We had
know,
no right being there.
no business. And you're a soldier. And so is my best friend and a bunch of other people who listen to this show and a bunch of
Yeah.
other friends in my life.
You
We're
see,
so
folks, yeah, I served my country, but my initial thing was to get out of Detroit during the housing crisis. Okay. Um, Especially with my mom on her back, I would say back nine, but she was really bad health wise because my first month at my duty station, she passed away. So um like I said, when I was over there, I was more observant, like observing the people of Afghanistan. A lot of people here need to be humble. We have a lot of ignorance. People over there actually get up every day to survive. If they don't do something, they're not going to eat. Someone's not going to get fed, and like even businesses just like are nonstop. Like they create their own cinder blocks. They don't go to a mill and get it done. They hand make their stuff. So
I
we
mean,
took a lot for granted.
we do take a lot for granted here. And, you know, there's a lot to be said about that. You know, we're very spoiled over here in America compared to other countries, which is great. That's why capitalism's so awesome. You know,
Like that's why I really like camping because summertime goes, we go camping. I leave my phone in the car. I really try to keep it in the car. However, it's also a camera and I got to take pictures of events with family.
right.
But I try to keep it on airplane mode as much as I can, but it's an addiction. You have to it's like it feeds that dopamine. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? We have a huge that fuck drugs, dude. The dopamine problem of like getting a like of something. It's a drug. You know what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying? And it's
But yeah,
just
like this whole, like, I'm not going to lie. I love Twitter. I have a really good time on there. But because
I
I've been
actually
off
prefer
work so
Twitter more.
long, I've been on it way too much. I need to get back to work. You know what I mean? And I'm allowed to go back to work finally.
Dopamine.
Yeah, like I need to get the fuck out of this house for real. But you know, I was sick and that's that. But you know, let me light this again because that's what I'm doing. Actually, I can't find my lighter anymore. Oh, it's right here. Anywho, Bubba, instead of talking about all this depressing bullshit,
What's up?
foosball, man.
Some foosball? You
Foosball.
mean
We got to talk about it. Our
you
Lions.
talking about the man, Jamal Williams? Yeah, that's my dude, peoples. Yeah.
I think that's a lot of people's dudes right now. Now, how do you want to break in with football? Because like the national championship happened, which wasn't much of a national championship at all.
Well, okay, let's talk about the national championship. Hats off to Georgia. Record-setting year and everything. Back-to-back champs. Good job, go Dogs. I didn't want you to win. I wanted TCU because I believe in if you beat me in the semifinals, you have my bid for, all right, I'm going to pull for you. By the way, that was a touchdown by Michigan. Just saying that was a touchdown. But also I say this to myself. If Michigan was in that bowl game, they wouldn't even be anywhere near that team. Georgia is a well-oiled machine.
That's what I'm saying.
The defense, not as I was like, dude, that defense really isn't as strong as it was. Obviously, I was wrong because they really murked TCU. But Ohio State fans, get it together because they're talking smack. Oh man, we only lost by this much. Look, you caught Georgia on an off day.
Yeah, like Georgia was down most of that game. You know,
you caught Georgia on an off day. Okay. And not to mention there was like crazy things that happened, like a targeting call not called. Happened to us too. Okay, it's okay. But if Michigan was in that championship game, they would have got murked.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad we didn't end up going to play that game because I think it would have been just as bad. I think they would have scored more than 7. They might have scored 14 or 21, but they still would have put up 65 or whatever the fuck they scored.
And now Harbaugh is being pursued by NFL teams, the Colts, and where I think he's going is Denver because Denver does big names. Also, would be a perfect town for Harbaugh because it's just an Ann Arbor in the Rockies. Because also, I really think Harbaugh is not going to be there because he has violated sanctions all of a sudden from the NCAA for COVID violations. Did not know that one until it came out. I was like, serious? You're going to hit him with this late?
Why the fuck are we even talking about COVID violations in 2023? Come on.
That's what I'm saying. But
we're never going to move on if they keep up with this stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Michigan, next man up for coach. I think it should be Coach Hart. He's the assistant head coach. Kind of miss his days of calling Michigan State little brother, but then little brother, smacked him around a little bit.
Mike Hart had an episode on the sidelines.
What's up?
Mike Hart had an episode on the sidelines, and we were speaking.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
Falling out. Mike Hart. He had a seizure.
He had a seizure. Yeah.
And then nothing's been talked about since.
That's under the rug.
Yeah.
NFL. We needed the Sea Chickens to lose. And that game was back and forth. I've never screamed so much at a TV at a non-Lions game in my life. It just wasn't. The dominoes weren't falling. The biggest call was pushing that player into the punter, which gave them the game.
Yes.
In theory. I mean, they had to tie it up before they went into overtime.
But they did. That's what led to the tie. Otherwise, they would score.
But that field goal that they tried to win with, and it just hit that post, and it was loud. Made me laugh. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So pretty much the Lions game became to nothing other than, hey, we're going for a winning season. And then most importantly, here in the Detroit area, we do not like the Green Bay Packers or people who like the Green Bay Packers.
Fudge Packers.
When I see Green Bay fans around the metro area, it's pretty gross. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm just like, you're that guy. It was beautiful because our defense is ran by mostly rookies. I mean, we have Aiden Hutchinson, who's more than likely going to get Defensive Rookie of the Year.
It'd be criminal to not give it to him, honestly.
No disrespect to Sauce Gardner because Sauce Gardner did hold down Cheetah in that game pretty darn good. If there could be a give it to them both. However, Aiden Hutchinson did exactly what I said he was going to do. I mean, the guy had 3 interceptions, 9.5 sacks, bunch of tackles for loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have James Houston from HBCU Jackson State. He didn't play many games, but in the small amount of time towards the end, the guy was racking up sacks left and right.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
And then we also have Rodrigo, Malcolm Rodriguez. We call him Rodrigo because of Hard Knocks. He'll forever be Rodrigo. Now his
Right.
clothing line's called Rodrigo.
Oh shit! I didn't know he had clothes come out this sweet.
And then Pascal, that we got from Kentucky on the D line. The team is looking really, really good. Oh, and then Kirby Joseph. Everybody slept on him, 6th-rounder. He's the only man to pick off Aaron Rodgers 3 times in one season.
Nice.
A rookie did that. Not to mention, we also had 9 Pro Bowl alternates, which was almost unheard of. Jared Goff, nobody really liked him, and he was under the radar the entire season. He threw for 4,000 yards, only threw 7 picks.
Yeah.
And he's currently the longest quarterback without an interception.
Yeah, no turnovers in like 8 or 10 games or some shit like that. Something crazy.
So, in my theory, Goff gets the nod as the starting quarterback because he's a game
let's
manager.
talk about that for a second because I do want to touch on that. I think the Lions got 2 first-round picks coming, and a lot of people are like, get a quarterback, get a quarterback, get a quarterback. Absolutely not. You know what? I say ride with Jared Goff because honestly, he knows our offense and they're putting up points. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay.
Well, why break up a team that gelled and went 8-2 down the last 10 games?
Right.
Why would you want to break that up? You're going into 2023 with great emotion, great team, like just amazing stuff going on. We have never seen this in Detroit.
No, it's been a lot of years,
And we also passed for 4,000 yards and then rushed for over 2,000 yards in the season. We've never done that here. We have never done that here.
I mean, I'm still not drinking the Kool-Aid. I won't just because I know. But here's the thing.
It's on tap. Come on over.
I know it's on tap, and it's on tap for me. I know. It's just waiting for me to go grab a cup. I get it. I think that they have a bomb-ass draft. And I think that with that draft, that team will be very put together. And not only do they win the division next year, I know I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid.
But you're not drinking the Kool-Aid, but you have ESPN saying the road through the North. Right. No longer Minnesota, no longer Green Bay.
Oh, those days are over.
All right. Minnesota won the North. The Lions were 5-1 in the division. So this is what I'm doing when minicamp and everything opens up and practices. I'm going to go make T-shirts. I'm going to hand a bunch out so I don't get arrested. So I can say, hey, they're free. It's going to say the real NFC North champs.
Right.
The real NFC North champs.
I mean, we
and there was a
bunch of division.
Oh, yeah. And then there was a bunch of games. I was at the first game against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we lost by 3.
Yeah, because our defense was a piece of shit. We won that game if it wasn't for the defense.
Our defense didn't figure it out until the last 10 games of the season.
No. Had we not had such a horrible defense in the beginning of the year, we have at least another 4 to 5 wins easily.
And the most ironic thing is the game that really mattered, which was against the Seahawks, because that's what bit us in the ass. Our defense let 48 points and Rashad Penny run all over the field.
Yep.
However, that was our highest scoring game of the year with 45 points.
But also,
it's messed up.
The Buffalo game. We should have beat Buffalo.
We had Buffalo.
The defense fucked us in that Buffalo game too. And I'm like, dude, if it wasn't for the defense playing so bad at times, I mean, this team is going to be something to deal with when they finally figure it out. I'm telling you right now.
I say we trade Okuda during the draft and get a draft pick out of him because he's from what's his name? Patricia. He don't fit us. I don't like
he
him.
did some real stupid shit at the end of the year out on the field. Some real stupid shit that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not a big fan of that clown.
He didn't play. He didn't play in Green Bay. He was a scratch for the game.
Yeah, because he was an asshole the week before. Remember, he picked up some penalties that were like stupid.
Yeah. So if we can find a 6 rounder named Kirby Joseph coming out of the woodworks and dominating as a rookie, yeah, I feel good about our draft opportunities because in Brad Holmes, people we trust.
You know,
MCDC better get coach of the year. If not, I think it's gonna be Doug Peterson from the Jaguars. He really turned it around as well.
yeah,
Um,
they won their division. Shit, they're in the
they won the
playoffs.
division and we spanked them. Yeah, go figure. Next season though, they already released the teams that we're playing. Coming to Detroit, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Denver Broncos. We're going to LA, the Chargers. We are going on the road to Kansas City. That's going to be a game. That's going to be a huge proven point of what we can do with Kansas City.
If we can
And
even
then also,
keep up scoring with them, you know.
and then also, we're going down to Tampa Bay, which my guess is going to be a Tampa Bay that remember when Jameis Winston was quarterbacking for him and the team was just terrible. I
Yeah,
think that's what they're going to go back to because Tampa Bay got into the playoffs with a losing record.
I know Tom Brady's first losing record.
What's crazy about that playoff game is Tom Brady hasn't lost to the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll see.
I mean,
We'll see what that
Dallas is coming off a real shitty performance too. Like they got smoked by Washington, smoked in the last game of the
Let's
season.
talk about that Washington game. I'm a little mad because Howell, he was the guy who I wanted to draft, the kid out of North Carolina. That's the quarterback I wanted. That's who I wanted us to draft. And he ended up going to the Commanders, which is still weird to say out loud because they were the football team and then the Redskins the year before. Still getting used to it. I do kind of like the Commanders uniforms because when I went to that game, they look pretty sharp. Not gonna lie, I like that W and that little matte burgundy color. I guess it is.
All I'm saying is Commander is way worse than Redskin. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now, as far as who I see in the AFC Championship game, you got to put the Chiefs there because until you knock off the King, that's where they belong. They're going to see Joe Burr again.
I know. Let's actually run through these playoff games. I actually got it pulled up right here.
All right. If you got them pulled up, man, we'll go ahead and go back and forth here.
Yeah, let's I did have them pulled up. What the hell? Damn you, phone. I hate these phones.
Technology.
Wild card weekend. Okay. So speaking of the Seahawks, they play the 49ers.
They're going against the 49ers. 49ers with how would you feel to be San Francisco? You paid all this money into quarterbacks, and the best one is your Mr. Irrelevant draft pick.
Yes. Yes. And he's killing it. He's killing it out there. You know? So I'm riding with the 49ers on that just because the Seahawks can't score. They can't.
I'm definitely going to take the 49ers because they got that defense. I like Bosa. He's a mean mug.
Yeah, even though he's an Ohio State fucker.
Yeah, I like bad guys, though.
Everybody whatever. I can't get down with those. Anything Ohio State. Blech.
I'm not sitting here saying OH, expecting you to say something back. Calm down.
Listen Next here, game. Damn it. All right, so now Jaguars, Chargers.
I want the Jags. I really do.
I think the Jags.
Because Trevor Lawrence has that beautiful long hair. I swear he's the Ken of the NFL. I want to see him do good things.
Goldilocks, man. That's what he is. His little pretty boy. But no, I think the Jags are going to surprise people, and they're gonna beat the Chargers. I think they take the Chargers out.
And that'll be their one playoff win.
Yes.
They're not going to get past that.
Now, Bills, Dolphins, I'm sure we're both riding with Bills Mafia on that one. I don't think the Dolphins got a chance.
Sorry, there's no Tua in the house.
No, he's hurt again.
I don't want Tua to play another down, bro. I don't want Tua to play another down with all those concussions. Steve, it's going to be interesting to see in a couple of years, Steve Young and Troy Aikman. They left their careers for what reasons? Concussions.
Right.
So, like, guys, take your health serious, but it just really sucks that they have to play X amount of time in the league just to receive benefits for the rest of their lives.
Tua is so little for a quarterback, and these guys are just like mashing him, and he's getting these concussions.
He got ragdolled. He got ragdolled a lot, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's I think
But
a lot of size. He's just a little dude.
I'm going Bills Mafia.
I am too. I don't think the Dolphins got a chance. Especially it's going to be in Buffalo. No fucking way. Next game, Giants Vikings.
Yeah, I see the Giants winning.
I do too. I think Minnesota this fairy tale.
It feels like ever since Hawkinson went there, yeah, I know they won games. I just feel like that team is not that team.
Yeah,
Something about Kirk Cousins too.
I do like Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's kind of funny.
But you think of that?
You like that? You like that?
You like that?
But no, dude, I just think the fairy tale season for the Vikings is over.
I just feel weird that I'm rooting for Danny Dimes. I don't like him.
I think it's weird rooting for the Giants just because I hate them because they beat New England twice in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that was the greatest Super Bowl. I remember you saying you lost.
Oh, no, go fuck yourself. We don't talk about that. Man, I did lose some coin on that first Super Bowl.
But it's like, how do you bet against an undefeated team? Come on now.
I mean, and with the point spread even, everything, fuck that game. I don't want to talk about it. It gets me heated. Now, Bengals, Ravens, I think we're going to both pick the same here.
Joe Burr.
Yeah, actually, I think Lamar might be playing. I think he got cleared to play in the playoffs. But
but he hasn't played. He hasn't played football in like.
Yeah, exactly. I think,
and he hasn't even practiced in a month.
Yeah, the Bengals take that. And now for the Monday night game, we already talked about it a little bit. Cowboys, Buccaneers. Who do you like?
I don't like either team really, but I'm gonna take Tom.
I think I'm gonna ride with Tom on that one too.
I'm rooting for Tom because this is gonna be his what do you call it? Not his child support, but his alimony paycheck game.
Right. Actually, she would probably have to pay him alimony because I think she made more money than he did. Like those supermodels make stupid amounts of money, like way more than these athletes do. At least in the beginning days, I know she was making more money for sure. Maybe not now. But I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, Dallas looked so bad in that last game against Washington, and I don't think they're going to get better. And I think
this is how they get better. Start Cooper Rush at quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you start there. Because, I mean, homeboy, Dak's got a bunch of hits.
Dak's the better athlete. Cooper's the better quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they brought Dak back. You know, if it was one of those things where it ain't broke, you know, don't fix it. You know, because that's, you know, remember back in the day when Alex Smith got hurt in San Francisco and Kaepernick took over, and Kaepernick was killing it out there. And, you know, Smith was better and he could have came back and played. And they're like, no, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to ride you never mess with a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and Dallas fucked that up. I think they dropped the ball out there. I think they should have kept the up in there rather than bring Dak back. But, you know, I'm not a coach or you know, anybody who makes decisions like that. That's just my own personal thing.
I don't know. You're older than some of the coaches in the league now. Shit.
I know I'm older than Sean McVay, who's been to 2 Super Bowls and won one. I'm like, wow, dude. And there's rumors saying he might not come back after this year. He might be done.
Yeah, no, that's weird. You're also older than the Miami Dolphins coach. You're older than Green Bay Packers coach.
What are you trying to say? Because you can see this gray patch in my beard.
No, I just know what year you were born, and I seen the years that they were born. I'm sitting there going, even I'm older than a couple of them. I'm like, wow, what am I doing wrong in life?
Yes, folks, I'm old. I'll be 43 next month. Holy shit.
Old balls.
I know, old balls. They're
old wrinkly balls. Man, we're not talking about balls.
But anyways, man, y'all, this is what I got for this week with Bubba the Mouth. What do you got? It?
Look, if you guys see me coming, let me finish.
I just probably took that the wrong way. But
that's exactly how I gave it.
Right on. And he's giving it. Got it. With that being said, much love, y'all. We'll see you next week. Oh, wait, before we go, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter at BudsnReality, follow us on Instagram at BudsnReality. Oh, and we're back on Facebook. Just search BudsnReality, and you have to look up BudsnReality on YouTube and Spotify now. I think some people might be confused about, that stuff because the name change or whatever. We are BudsnReality now. Get used to it, y'all.
Stay away from Pornhub.
Much love, y'all. We're out of here.